so Lynn, here's my situation. I own a small business of just under 10 employees, and we have a 5-year-old machine that is running Small Business Server 2003 with Exchange 2003. We have a holiday weekend coming up with Memorial Day, so I want to go ahead and use that extra 3 days to install SBS 2008 on a new machine. And not really migrate, but kind of forklift over the email and the SharePoint. I don't want to inherit the old Active Directory structure. I have some new ideas. Lots changed over 5 years.
Okay.
So talk to me. How can your product help me, and where should we place it today as part of the planning process?
Well, since I'm here today, do you already have the SBS 2008 machine started?
Right. It's already built.
It's already built.
Yep.
So if we hang our BCA 08 on your LAN here,
yeah,
to protect your 08 machine, anything you do and add to it when you migrate from your 03 over will automatically replicate over to our box anyway. So I think the best bet is to not worry about starting over here and just go ahead and start protecting the 08, and everything you do to it will be automatically protected.
Okay, let's get started.
So let's get in the
let's go to the server room. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so Lynn, here's our situation. Here's the new rack mount HP monster machine that's running SBS 2008. That's our fax server over there, and then that's our traditional SBS 2003 server here. Ultimately, that goes away, but not today, right?
Okay.
That's the migration. So where can we put your product in the case so it's safe?
Well, since I didn't bring the rack mount one today, I brought the tower.
Okay.
So we'll use the tower for now. We can move up to the rack mount next time we come up to visit.
Okay.
But the tower, it's very thin form factor. I can put it right down here in the center. Looks like it'll fit right here, no problem. We can cable that up and out of the back.
Yeah, and it's really cool. We use one of the Bilkin boxes, so you know.
Okay.
It looks like we're all done, but I know there's a whole story as to how we got here, and we're not done. But it says, "Welcome to the SMB Nation 2008.local domain." What have we done to this point to get to this welcome screen?
Okay, to get to this point, what we did is we just we installed the BCA. We hooked it up to your Belkin.
Yes, sir.
We hooked it up to your
to the hub.
To the hub. So we have the 2008 segregated from your main network because you can't see each other, right?
That's right.
So we've got them segregated. Now we put the BCA in, and if you got a shot of that, we just popped it in down here at the bottom here.
Very nice.
We put our tower form factor in there.
That 2010 model, a very nice year.
Very nice year. It drinks very nice. So then what I've done is I've just come into the BCA and I've changed the IP settings so that the IP settings match your network configuration.
Yes,
and then I've just now joined the domain. So after we join the domain, it's going to reboot itself and come back up as
member of the domain.
HERO BCA and a member of the SMB Nation 2008 local domain.
Here we go.
And
you must restart your computer.
Okay.
Close. Restart now. I'm fired up. It's great to be back in the server room and getting technical again. And so thank you for bringing back my my past to the future.
No problem.
Or Back to the Future, something like
let's
that.
do that.
But where are we at? So you've done some configuration of our storage. So I did some
configuration. Okay. So your 2008 server has a C drive, a D drive, and an E drive. Those are the volumes.
Yes, sir.
And our volume structure needs to match the same since we're taking over everything as a whole server.
Right.
So I went into ours. Ours comes out with standard with a C drive, and the rest of the volumes unallocated.
Unallocated,
so
okay.
I went ahead and just allocated those other two volumes so that they match the same with your server. Even though I'm going to exclude your D drive, since your D drive is your swap file.
Right.
I'm going to exclude that. So now I'm on to the next step. I've got all the information of both servers on both sides here. I'm now going to go through and start configuring the protection so that we can get this thing fired up. So I'm going to let you drive here, Harry, again.
Whoa, okay.
So I'm going to have you go ahead.
I'm glad we haven't gotten to the winery tasting session yet.
No, not yet. Who would do that?
Exactly.
All right, so you click on the Configure Protection tab there.
Yes, sir.
And the first tab is the protection, the volumes to include. So automatically it takes the C drive because that's your system volume and all that. And your E drive is your network data. So we're going to exclude the D drive because that's your swap file. Okay. We don't need to take that.
And by the way, can we, let's see if we're still up, because it'd be fun to pop over and look at our drives, and there we are, and then I have a bunch of unallocated. Okay, cool.
Right, so there are your drives.
Okay, now, question for another day and another time. If I need that storage space, then we can also modify your configuration to work with what would in effect be F drive.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. So we'll hop back over. Okay.
So we're not going to exclude any directories unless you want to. I mean, you can go into it and exclude some directories.
That's okay.
Target services. Those are some of the target services that you can that will stop, that will not run on the target unless you want them to run on our target when they get over. Those are very obscure.
Okay.
You know, some of the more obscure.
Cool.
So if you go down there on the screen, this is where we'll enable snapshots. So you can have periodic snapshots so that if you have a failure or you have a corruption, you can fail over to a specific point in time.
Yes, sir.
So enable periodic snapshots. We can start now, and I don't know if you want them every 60 minutes or if you want them just twice a day. You know, it's up to you.
Yeah, you know, we're a small company. I'm just thinking.
You know, every 3 hours.
Yeah, we're a small company.
Sure. Now you can go up to the top and go over to the next tab, which is Failover tab. This is the Manual Intervention Required tab, which says it's going to notify you if there's a failure.
Okay.
So it's going to give you a failover notice. The next one down is Network Mapping. We're going to leave that apply source network configuration to the target. So we're going to keep the same exact. Your source is going to fail over. Your production SBS server would fail over with all the exact same settings.
Okay.
The last tab would be the Advanced tab, and we're going to leave the route a default tab since that's the route it's going. We're going to use the checksum mirroring. That makes sure that if there ever is any sort of connection break between the two, when they come back up, they automatically check each other to make sure they have the same. And then we're going to disable the compression since we're not going across the WAN. We don't need any compression here.
Got it.
So we can say OK down there at the bottom. Now the next step is to validate the configuration.
Validate.
And to go through and it'll tell us what we think is what. This is where we'll learn if we have any yellow warnings or any red things need to be fixed. So the double take path on source to target do not match, but we know that because what we did was we did not take the D drive, and we did that purposely.
Oh, okay, got it.
We did that purposely. Now we can enable protection, and it'll start its production mode and start mirroring.
Enable.
So if you look there in the middle under protection status, it says initializing.
Okay, move the timepiece up to that.
Yep, initializing, and down there in the left-hand corner, you see it says creating replication set. So it's actually started to create the replication, what's called the replication set, which is just the paths where everything's going to go. And then after initializing, it'll start mirroring, and it'll start mirroring over the entire system state, all of your apps, your data.
And there we go.
And there it goes. It's on its way to protection.
So this takes us to a whole nother level in terms of not only the backup, but the reliability we need. As I showed you our little mini call center and some things we're doing.
Right.
We're a real company, man.
Right. And you know, real companies need to be protected.
Yeah.
This is a very simple way to not worry about your backups. Everything is being protected all day long.
Yeah.
Every keystroke that goes in, it's all being.
Okay, and help educate me. So I understand that's here in the server case. So talk to me about the internet component.
Okay, so the internet component is we take another copy. So we have one copy coming here to the BCA,
right,
and then another set going off-site, the exact same set off-site to our cloud data center.
Okay.
So that if you lose everything in here,
right,
we'd be able to spin you up in about 4 minutes, just spin you up in our virtual environment in data center and give you remote access to that server.
Where are we at? Okay.
Cool. So we are completely 100% protected now. So we've replicated and mirrored over your entire SBS 2008 server to our appliance.
Okay.
So we have all of your apps, all of your data, your OS, your system state, your Active Directory, your SIDs, everything.
Yep.
Sitting in a staging folder on our appliance. So it's all there, ready to go. Now, once you migrate your 2003, when you forklift it up to the 2008, that'll all replicate over to our appliance as well.
Okay.
And then you'll be 100% protected, and you'll have What it is an up to the second copy of your entire production server.
Yes, sir.
So if it ever goes down, it fails over in about 5 minutes, and you're back up and running.
Till we can get the mothership fixed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You have the reliability of a 747.
There we go. Redundant systems. Well, thank you for helping us out. I'm looking forward to completing the migration over the holiday weekend, which is pretty common for computer guys. And
Yeah.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, let me know next week.
Okay.
All right, great. Thanks, Eric.
Thanks. Yeah, we have the reliability of an airline.